It's been 4 days since Donald Trump became the first U.S. president to be convicted of a crime, and reactions to the verdict have been widely divided throughout the nation. That includes across the battleground state of Pennsylvania, where we now find our own Taurean Small. Taurean, good to see you. I know you've been talking to voters all day there where you are in Pennsylvania since the trial came to a close. Can you give us a sense of how people are reacting 4 days out?
Caitlin, I know this wouldn't be a surprise to you, but voters here aren't paying as close attention to the Trump trials, his many criminal trials or cases, as we are in D.C. and in New York. But many of them say they pay attention to the headlines. And almost immediately after the verdict came in, a lot of voters tell me they thought exactly of this trial as they did before it even started. Republicans are pretty dug in. They believe that this was unfair persecution of a former president, a political opponent of the current president. And Democrats and independents, however, say that they trust the process. Take a listen to what a few of the folks in Bucks County, Pennsylvania, just an hour north of Philadelphia, had to say.
I think it was a fair trial, and it was a process and multiple steps, but I mean, I think the truth prevailed.
They went after him big time in New York City, and the guy wanted to prove that, you know, he's, again, Democratic DA, Democratic city, so they basically cornered him.
Many Republicans I talked to, including folks who were on the fence about supporting Trump. That last guy you just heard from said that he was originally a supporter of Nikki Haley and Ron DeSantis, but ultimately decided to lean into President Trump's second run or third run for office in the hopes that he gets a second term because of these mounting legal challenges against the former president.
That's interesting, Taurean, because that is helps to answer some of the questions that we've had about whether this, in fact, converts anybody to Trump's side. We've seen Trump and Republicans on Capitol Hill and throughout the country really, railing on the U.S. justice system in the wake of this verdict. Are we seeing voters respond to that in any way, too?
I think a lot of Republicans are parroting what they're hearing from the top. So Republicans I talked to say that, yes, this is an unfair abuse of the criminal justice system. But a lot of them still did have faith in it. They say that maybe Donald Trump is a blip and what they've seen so far been fairly just. But Democrats that I talked to say that they're concerned that Donald Trump is being made into a martyr, further mobilizing a crucial part of his base to come out in November. Take a listen to a few folks I talked to as well.
I don't think it's rigged for him, it's rigged for us. Like we're the tiny man, common man. We're gonna get punched down upon. People like him who have a ton of money, they're ultimately fine.
I'd like it to be more fair than it is. Sometimes it's more like, let's go more for the political side, and that saddens me. It's not what once made America great.
Isaac Felix, the first guy you heard from there, 19-year-old. This will be his first time voting for president. And interestingly enough, he said while he does lean left or more moderate center left, he says that this time around he's probably thinking third party, probably not RFK Jr., but he's open to considering other things. On the note of the criminal justice system, he says, listen, like you heard him say, it's not the folks with privilege, in his mind, Donald Trump, who are being unjustly targeted by the courts. It's other folks, people who don't have the money or access.
Yeah, and Taurean, it's so great to hear from these voters that you're talking to, especially because they're in Pennsylvania, which is such a critical battleground state this time around and has been in the past. Can you talk to us a little bit about the significance of Pennsylvania? I mean, we've seen Biden go there a lot. Do we expect Trump to go there more now that his trial has ended?
Especially Biden. I mean, he's been out here quite a few times. Kamala Harris, the vice president, has been out here quite a few times. And they've also opened up this expansive outreach operation, over 14 field offices across the state. all in the hopes of holding down that winning coalition that helped him cross the finish line in 2020. If Biden's work here ahead of November is to rebuild or fortify that crucial blue wall that helped him secure the nomination in 2020, Pennsylvania is a crucial brick. Just 80,000 votes in 2020 is what helped him ultimately win the White House. He's hoping to win over those same voters this time around as well.
Well, we are glad you were there reporting for us then, and we'll continue to. Taurean Small, thank you so much.